Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. This is Marquita from At Home with Kita, and here I share tips on how to plan a productive life. So if you're new to my channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing. So in today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you some things that are ruining your productivity and some easy fixes. So let's get started. So whether it's at home or at the workplace, we all have bad habits, things that are ruining our productivity, slowing us down, and diverting our focus. So it's important that we identify these productivity killers and learn how to overcome them. So I'm going to share with you a list of things that could be stopping your productivity and some easy ways that you can fix them. So let's get into these things. The first productivity ruiner is not knowing when you are most productive. You have to know when you're the most productive, whether that's in the morning, in the afternoon, or in the evening. When are you at your best? For me, I am totally a night owl. I have been guilty of staying up a little bit too late. So I work best mid-afternoon. I am not a morning person at all, although I do have to get up because I have, responsibilities with the kids and getting them off to school soon. And so I'm going to have to get up in the morning, but I don't work at my best at that time. I am dragging. I need my coffee. It's just a whole situation. So I know for me that I'm going to assign myself tasks that are harder in the afternoon because that is when I'm at my peak. And so I try to get as much of my to-do list done in the afternoon. That's just what works for me. And so you are going to have to identify when you are most productive and when you are at your peak and you're going to work the best. So here's the fix. And this might take a few days to figure out, or it might take you a few minutes to figure this out. And if you don't know when you are most productive, just try to be more aware. Let's say over the next 5 to 7 days, really be in tune with your schedule and how you are working and see what works best for you. And just get a sense of how you feel. In the morning, are you dragging? Are you not as productive because you're just not a morning person? Are you getting more things done in the afternoon or in the evening? And just really see and be in tune with when you have the most energy and when you are typically getting the most done. So are you most productive in the morning, at night, after you eat, after you exercise? These are all things that you should be asking yourself throughout the day to really try to make sure that you are the most efficient and you are working the best when you work the best. And when you know when you are most productive throughout the day, you can do the larger, more important, more time-consuming tasks at that time. So that is first up. Knowing when you are most productive is probably one of the most important things in order to be more productive. So get in tune with your life and figure that out so that way you can work the best when you work the best. The next thing is distractions, specifically technology distractions, because that is probably the most type of distraction we're going to see. We are all distracted by our phones. It's an amazing little device, but it can tend to ding and beep and make sounds and just try to grab your attention throughout the day. And some people do not like to see that red circle on their phone, the little red dot that tells you have an alert in those apps on their phone. For me, I have a lot of them, so I just ignore them. I'm pretty good at just kind of glancing at it and then just ignoring it until I can get to it. But if you're that type of person that is going to get distracted easily by that or just by the sounds the phone is making constantly, notifications coming up, all of that stuff, it can easily distract you and take you off task. Take a 5-minute break to check out that black hole of Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, all of those things. Set aside some time throughout the day dedicated to checking those things. Don't let it distract you during the day and get you off task from doing what you're doing. Take some time specifically to check those things. Another thing that you can do is eliminate the distraction altogether. And so in the meantime, before you get that break, try and eliminate that distraction altogether. The first way to do this is by turning off all unnecessary notifications, or you can stick away in a folder all of your distracting apps, and you can also sign yourself out of those apps and websites that tend to be of distraction. And then that way you can't say, you know what, I'll just check real quick. If you're logged out, it's not going to be a quick thing. You know, you're going to have to log back in, and that's going to take a whole process in itself. So you could do that. If it's a real problem for you, just go ahead and log out of those things. And that way you know that it's going to take a whole thing for you to be able to log back in. It's not going to be something quick, and that will deter you from checking. And although taking a quick break, like we discussed earlier, is a great solution, you don't want to get sucked in. Don't let it suck you back in, okay? Really be diligent in taking only a certain amount of time, maybe 5 to 10 minutes to check those things. Don't let that turn into hours and hours. The key here is to take a short break, just to quickly check those things and then get right back on task. The next productivity killer is not having a plan. Now, you guys know how I feel about planning. It's a must for me, and I'm hoping that you are now starting to see the need to start planning if you haven't been planning in the past, and that way it can really help you to amp that productivity up just a little bit more. Because if you don't have a direction, a focus, a schedule, most of your time is going to be sucked up wondering what to do next. And even if you only have time for a quick 2 to 5 minute planning session, you are going to benefit greatly. So that way you can really plan your day out and nothing slips through the cracks. And it can be as easy as writing out a to-do list every morning, and it doesn't have to be complicated. I tend to write out my to-do list and check my planner the night before and the next morning, so that way I can make sure I didn't forget anything and I know exactly what my plan is for the next day. And the level of organization within your planner system is going to vary from person to person, so do what works for you. You might need a calendar, you may need a notebook. That all just depends on how far you want to take this thing. How organized do you want to be? How do you want to change what you're doing now in order to be more productive? So here's the fix. Make a plan. Grab a notebook, grab your favorite planner, and start writing it out. I have plenty of videos on my channel sharing with you how I plan. I even have a new series here called Planner University, which is going to take you from the beginning part of the process, choosing your planner, all the way to the end of the process, which really it never ends, which is finding planner peace. So check that out if you're interested on how you can get more organized and how to become a planner girl or guy. So I happen to use this planner here. This is a half letter planner. You have seen this multiple times. I did change out the cover because you guys know it just is a constant evolution. This planner just goes through a lot. And so right now I'm feeling pink vibes. So that's what we're gonna do, okay? And so I have this beautiful cover from Notique here. And inside of this planner cover houses everything about my life. I do have a separate planner for business, but this is called a catch-all planner. And basically what that means is everything gets dumped in here for every aspect of my life to help to keep me organized. So again, you don't have to go this route. You can literally just grab a notebook and use that. But the key here is to start writing those things down. Make a plan, so that way when you start your day the next morning, you know exactly what you're going to do. You have written it all out. Doesn't have to be in any pretty form. It can literally just be a sheet of paper or just a quick brain dump to-do list. It can be as easy as that, or it could be a weekly spread like I do. And that way I can drill down to each day and I know at each moment what my plans are. So this is how that looks for me. I do have a to-do list in this planner, as you can see. The to-do list just is running, which means that it's going to constantly be added to, and I'm checking things off as needed, and it's always just going to be there. And then I also have my weekly spread in back of that. And that is where I drill down and I really figure out all of the things that I want to do during the day. So you could just do the to-do list that you saw here, or you could do a full-on spread like this. And that way you can just have things a little bit more separated and you could see a little bit more clearly what day each task is to be assigned to. So either way works, but the key here is to write it down, make a plan. I guarantee you, if you are not doing that now and you switch it up and you start doing this, you're going to see a difference in your productivity. The next productivity killer is multitasking. Now, I know we used to think this is a good thing. Like, I have been known to say I be multitasking, and I think it sounds good, but it can kill your productivity. I mean, I used to be so proud of myself, and I would go around telling everybody I'm a great multitasker, okay? But I'm here to tell you that multitasking doesn't save time and it doesn't make you more productive. When you're multitasking, you may feel like you're getting more done, but in all actuality, you are actually getting less done. It's been proven that multitasking actually costs you more time because you lack the focus to do each task properly. Our brains are incapable of processing so many tasks at the same time. So our brain switches between the tasks and can actually slow us down by as much as 40%. I mean, wow, right? We always thought multitasking was a good thing. So once you start to minimize that, you're gonna be much more focused and make fewer mistakes. You're able to complete one task and easily move on to the next task without feeling the burnout of multitasking. So here's the fix. Slow down and just take it one step at a time. Do one thing wholeheartedly, full out, before moving on to the next task. Try it out, see how it works for you. I know change is always a hard thing. I believe, though, that you will feel much more accomplished, productive, and you'll feel like you're getting a lot more done than you would by doing all the things at the same time. And the last productivity killer, I saved the best for last, and the one that's really, really important is perfectionism. And this is one of my biggest faults. I want everything to do and be perfect. And so this is something that I'm working on all the time. I'm constantly trying to improve that. So I can't tell you how much time I've wasted striving for perfectionism, and it's never going to happen because it's something that you'll just never reach. So here's the fix. Don't allow this to cause you unnecessary stress. You'll never be perfect. No one else will never be perfect. It's just not going to happen in this life. Take a step back and realize that what you've accomplished is awesome and move on to your next task. And of course, we're not advocating for anyone to do substandard work. I'm just saying that sometimes we stress over the things that nobody notices or cares about. So perfectionism is definitely a productivity killer. Try to be aware of it and the thoughts that you come across about trying to strive to be perfect. It's just never going to be a good thing. It's never going to happen. So stop being as stressed about it and just enjoy the things that you've accomplished. And so in the end, everyone wants to be more productive. I mean, who doesn't want an extra few minutes, an extra few hours to do the things they really want to do? It would be so great if we could all just add an extra few minutes to our day, but that isn't realistic. So hopefully through this video, you are going to become more aware of those things that are making you less productive, and now you see how you can fix them. And that is really the only way that you're going to be able to get more time in your day. So that's it for this video, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed it. You got a little inspiration. Maybe you found a couple of things that you can tweak and change, which means that you'll give me a thumbs up on this video. You'll consider subscribing to my channel if you're new here, and you'll come back and you will catch another video, in which case I'll see you then.